Get ready for a thrilling week in the stock market, where the stakes are high and the anticipation is palpable. As we dive into the world of finance, investors are bracing themselves for a slew of crucial events that could make or break the market. But here's where it gets interesting. The upcoming week is packed with potential catalysts that could significantly impact the market's trajectory. From the highly anticipated July Fed minutes to the fresh housing data and a plethora of retail earnings reports, there's no shortage of excitement. And this is the part most people miss. The spotlight will be firmly fixed on Fed Chair Jerome Powell's comments at the Jackson Hole Symposium on Friday, which could be the defining moment of the week. So what can investors expect from this whirlwind week? Let's break it down. The July Fed minutes, set to be released on Wednesday, will provide invaluable insight into the central bank's thoughts on inflation, the strength of the U.S. economy, and its outlook for rate cuts going forward. This comes at a critical juncture for the Fed, which is torn between maintaining steady rates and easing monetary policy. But inflation data has been a mixed bag recently, with consumer prices rising in line with expectations, while wholesale inflation exceeded forecasts. Meanwhile, the job market has shown signs of cooling, with fewer jobs added than expected in July and downward revisions to job gains in May and June. As Aaron Hill, an analyst at FP Markets, noted, traders will be closely watching the minutes for more insight into the future rate cut trajectory. Ed Yardeni, the president of Yardeni Research, added that the minutes could fill in some blanks about how dug in the doves were and how intransigent the inflation hawks might have been in late July. But here's the controversy. Some experts believe the Fed is under pressure to cut rates, while others argue that the central bank should maintain its steady stance. What do you think? Should the Fed prioritize rate cuts or keep a steady hand? The retail earnings reports, which will be released throughout the week, will provide a glimpse into the health of the U.S. consumer. Companies like Home Depot, TJX Companies, Lowe's, Target, Walmart, and BJ Wholesale Club will be reporting their second quarter results, giving investors a sense of how the consumer is faring. As David Rosenberg, the founder of Rosenberg Research, said, in terms of the mood of the U.S. consumer, it is none too good. There is a trend in place towards dining in over dining out, which is a sure sign of consumer frugality. The Jackson Hole Symposium, where Fed Chair Jerome Powell will speak on Friday, is expected to be a market mover. Powell's comments could set the tone for future rate cuts and provide insight into the central bank's independence. But will he surprise the market with a hawkish tone, or will he stick to the script? As Richard Saperstein, the chief investment officer of Treasury Partners, noted, we expect the Federal Reserve to use Jackson Hole as an opportunity to prepare the markets and signal towards a 25 basis point cut in September and a potentially accommodating stance through year-end. However, strategists at Bank of America warned that stocks could see selling pressure once Powell speaks, saying dovish Powell at Jackson Hole equals buy rumor, sell fact profit-taking. So what's your take on the upcoming week? Will the Fed deliver a rate cut, or will it maintain its steady stance? Share your thoughts in the comments below. As the market navigates these uncharted waters, one thing is certain. The next few days will be a wild ride. Buckle up, investors, and get ready for a week that could change the course of the stock market forever.